our Minister of Internal Affairs,
Nderuar Ministri i Punëve të Brendshme, të nderuar mysafirë zonës, jam shumë i kënaqur që marr pjesë në fjalët hapëse të kësaj ngjarje të organizuar nga Iniciativa Globale kundër krimit të organizuar transnacional në bashkëpunim me Ambasadën Italisë në Shtinë, një iniciativë që do të stimulojë një dialog mes neve për ndikimin
economy, security and the rule of law in Kosovo and the broader regional context.
Në kontekst pak më të
The transnational nature of drugs
natyra
trafficking,
transnacionale e trafikimit të drogave dhe lokacion strategjik që ka Kosova në kohët e fundit ka rritur rëndësinë e saj si kryqëzim për tregtinë e paleshme që ka rrjedhur nga vendet e tjera të cilat rrinë në kontinentin evropian duke kaluar përmes vendeve të Ballkanit
Regionally, it is a phenomenon that dates over 2 decades ago, triggered by the fall of the communist regime in Albania and by the following democratic transitional phase, which gave the opportunity to the local organized crime to profitably insinuate into the drug trafficking management for Europe, thanks also to the rapid rise in the Colombian cocaine's production. As a result, according to Europol, Albanian organized crime controls several markets in the Netherlands, United Kingdom, France, Germany, and collaborates on equal footing with the main Italian organized criminal cartel called 'Ndrangheta. In this context, the intensification of information exchanges between magistrates and law enforcement agencies represents the most effective way to counter this phenomenon. In fact, it has been the fruitful cooperation between the police forces of Kosovo, Albania and Italy that last year, as Minister Svečla recalled before, made possible the seizure of 400 kilograms of cocaine coming from Ecuador, transiting through the Italian port of Gioia Tauro and the Albanian one of Durrës, headed to Libya and Kosovo. The actual impediments for Kosovo to be part of several multi-organizations, either as a police force or judiciary, challenge the efficiency of its action to counter criminal organizations. For these reasons, since November 2020, Italy has signed a bilateral agreement on police cooperation and is working to sign more. Although global challenges, such as drug trafficking, require global responses. It is not only a matter of dismantling a criminal organization, but it is essential to hit the colossal profits generated by such illicit businesses and their assets that are partly reinvested in the country of origin. A business that hampers economic growth, harms fragile local markets by altering the fair competition and pushing honest people to find their fortune elsewhere, emigrating. The recent operation of law enforcement agencies in Kosovo and the Balkans are primarily intended to re-establish the centrality of the rule of law, the relentless fight against all criminal organizations, both Italian and Albanian, that speculate on the economic fragility of the countries in which they prosper by creating unemployment, corruption and wrongdoing. I very much value the contribution that the global initiative against transnational organized crime can offer for an open dialogue to share ideas and experiences to support the institutions and law enforcement agencies of the Republic of Kosovo in their efforts to combat drug trafficking and its repercussions on the national security. So I thank you for your attention and I look forward to our discussion.
Thank you, Ambassador. Now I'll give the floor to Ms. Medini.
Faleminderit, Gerdan. Mirëmëngjesi, buongiorno, good morning everyone. Inderuar Zoti Ministër Xhelal Svečla, inderuar shkëlqësia e ambasador Antonello De Riu, inderuar Zoti Zëvendës Prokuror i Shtetit Agron Çalaj,
Recording in progress.
Kështu ndodh kur kemi edhe këto mbledhje hibride. Të nderuar përfaqësues të institucioneve shtetërore të Kosovës, misioneve diplomatike, organizatave lokale dhe ndërkombëtare, akademisë dhe medias, këtu dhe online, është vërtet një nder dhe privilegj t'ju kemi sot prezent në këtë konferencë të organizuar nga Iniciativa Globale kundër Krimit të Organizuar Ndërkombëtar dhe Ambasada Italiane në Prishtinë, ku do të diskutojmë për trafikun e drogës në Kosovë dhe rreziqet që mund të sjellë ky fenomen për sigurinë kombëtare të këtij shteti. Iniciativa globale nisi punën në Ballkanin Perëndimor vetëm 4 vite më parë, përgjatë samitit të Londrës, si pjesë e procesit të Berlinit. Megjithse ne sot numërojmë 10 publikime në të cilat analizohen trendet kriminale në këtë rajon, duke nisur nga trafiqet deri te çështjet e tjera komplekse, siç janë flukset e palishme financiare apo edhe korrupsioni. Por iniciativa globale nuk bën vetëm publikime. Ajo që ne synojmë dhe po bëjmë gjithnjë e më shumë në këtë rajon, si diskutimet sot në Kosovë, është zhvillimi i debatit mbi çështje që lidhen mbi krimin e organizuar dhe nxitja e masave për ta luftuar atë. Në këtë kuadër ne synojmë të punojmë ngushtë jo vetëm me institucionet shtetërore, por po kështu edhe me shoqërinë civile, e cila ka një potencial të madh dhe një rol të rëndësishëm në ndalimin e zhvillimit të kriminalitetit në komunitetet ku operon. Në Kosovë, në fakt, krimi organizuar nuk ka qenë temë qendrore e debatit publik. Kjo për shkak të sfidave të tjera që vendi ka pasur në kuadër të shtetformimit dhe përpjekjeve diplomatike për dialog dhe njohje. Megjithatë, Kosova rrezikon si çdo shtet tjetër i Ballkanit Perëndimor të preket nga krimi organizuar. Dhe për këtë arsye, vigjilenca e institucioneve shtetërore, por edhe shoqërisë si një e tërë, duhet të jetë e lartë për të mos lejuar që aspekte të ndryshme kriminale të hedhin rrënjë në këtë vend. Krimi organizuar ndikon thellë në shoqëritë ku operon, duke shkatruar jetët e të rinjve dhe komuniteteve, duke krijuar disbalanca dhe konkurrencë të pandershme në shoqëri, duke korruptuar zyrtar publik dhe dobësuar institucionet e shtetit. Për këtë arsye, Italia, një vend që ka pasur gjithmonë mbi supe peshën e krimit të organizuar dhe ja ka dalë ta luftojë me guxim dhe sukses, mund t'i japi Kosovës një eksperiencë të vyer në luftën kundër këtij fenomeni. Nga ana tjetër, gjithashtu, ne si iniciativa globale mund të jemi të vlefshëm për ju, duke ndarë eksperiencën tonë të akumuluar në mbi 10 vite në studimin e krimit të organizuar në pjesë të ndryshme të botës që sfidohen nga ky fenomen. Uroj që konferenca e sotme të jetë e vlefshme për të gjithë dhe ne mund të ndajmë eksperiencat tona dhe të mësojmë nga njëri tjetri, për të dalë nga kjo sallë më të ditur dhe më të frymëzuar për të luftuar këtë fenomen. Faleminderit shumë, grazie mille.
Faleminderit Fatjona, faleminderit ministër, ambasador, tani ju ftoj që të uleni në auditorium dhe ftoj analistin Ruggero dhe Safet Blakaj që të bashkangjiten me mua. A është mirë? Jo? Okej, ju kërkojmë falje për disa probleme teknike për shkak të internetit. Do të kaloj tani në gjuhën angleze për shkak të prezantimit. Nëse mund të përdorni kufjet cilat I keni për përkthim. Okay, so I will do a short presentation about our work in general from the global initiative, but also from our observatory for Southeastern Europe. I'm sure that all of you have heard about the Global Crime Index, which was published last year because it was in the global media, but also it was very covered by the media in Kosovo, as Kosovo was scored as the country with lowest criminality among the Western Balkan countries. So who are we? So Global Initiative is an independent civil society organization which was established in 2013. We have a network of more than 500 independent and prominent law enforcement, government and development practitioners. As you can see from the map, our headquarters are in Geneva, Switzerland, but then we have also observatories in different parts of the world, and our observatory is in Vienna and covers all the Southeastern Europe. On the other hand, the Observatory for Southeastern Europe was established at the London Summit within the Berlin process held in 2018, and we have three major areas that we work. We do research and analysis, we do research for the whole region, but also we do other analysis and publication for country-specific. We support local civil society organizations together with the Resilience Fund, which is a global fund of our initiative, and we organize discussions and debates like the ones that we are having today. So as I said, I will do a short presentation about the Global Crime Index, so you could be also informed what is behind how countries are scored, specifically also for Kosovo. So the index has three components. So we look into the criminal actors. There are 4 criminal actors. In the next crime index, which will be published next year, we have added another criminal actor. There are 10 criminal markets, which I will show you in more details later on. But in the next index, we have included an additional 5 more. And we have the resilient building blocks, in total 12, so those are the measures like legislation, government transparency and accountability, law enforcement, etc. So blocks that help to build resilience against organized crime, but also counter-organized crime. So how is the index developed? Well, the first, it's a long process. It's very extensive. There are 6 phases. First is literature review. So literature is reviewed for countries, but also for regions and globally. Then we collect data. Then we start in the third phase with country scoring. So we put scores in every country. Then we do parallel country scoring and thematic scoring. For example, we do parallel, let's say, country scoring, but also we look into, let's say, trafficking with narcotics or other areas. Then we have the regional expert group verification. So countries then are verified based on regions, for example, the Central European and Eastern Europe and other regions. And in the end, we have the internal calibration. Here in the map, on the left side, you can see the level of criminality in Southeastern Europe, and then on the right, the level of resilience. As you can see from the colors, Serbia and Montenegro have a darker color because they have a criminal score of more than 6 points, while Kosovo, as you can see, has a lighter color because its score is between 5 to 6, and other countries like Romania, Greece, and Slovenia are almost at the same level. If you can see in the map of resilience, Slovenia is the country that has the highest score of resilience, which is a good factor because they have measures to counter organized crime and to build resilience. And then, as you can see, majority of Western Balkan countries have a lighter color, which means that they have a resilience score less than a 5, except Albania and North Macedonia. In this map, you see the 10 criminal markets that we put score. And with red, you have the scores of Kosovo. With blue, you have the global average, while with green, you have the Europe average. As you can see, the Europe average is below the global average, while Kosovo, in majority, in the first, let's say, 3 or 4 criminal markets, is above the global but also European average. For example, in heroin trafficking, the average of Central European and Eastern Europe is 6.25, so Kosovo is just slightly above the average. But also in the other groups, Western Balkan countries are on average higher than the global, but also the European average. So the highest is heroin, then you have human trafficking with 6 points, cannabis with 5.5, same as arms trafficking and human smuggling, and then you have cocaine with 4.5, synthetic drugs, non-renewable resources, fauna and flora with 4 points. These are the 4 criminal actors that we assess. So there are state-embedded actors, criminal networks, foreign actors, and mafia-style groups. And here the same with red is Kosovo scores, and then with blue is global average, and green the European average. As you can see, Kosovo has a higher number in state-embedded actors, higher than both average. But the highest scores among the Western Balkan countries, in fact, is the average is 8 points. Criminal networks is 6 points, and foreign actors. Mafia-style groups, as you can see, Kosovo is below both the global and European average, because this type of group is not prevalent in Kosovo like in other countries. And this is the resilience scores, as you can see also here, on majority of indicators, Kosovo, but also Western Balkan countries are below the global and European average. As you can see, the European average is very high compared also to global average. So we have with 4 points political leadership and governance. Then we have with 4 points government transparency and accountability. As you can see, with 4 points we have also international cooperation. And this is caused mainly as Kosovo is not a member of international organizations, for example, Interpol. And this affects Kosovo to have a lower score. Same also with the territorial integrity, it's quite low, 3.5, and this is mainly caused by the lack of effective and efficient control in the territory in the northern part of the country. As you can see, the highest score is on non-state actors with 6 points, which is above the global average and the same as European average. And here we have civil society organizations and media who are very active, and they have in fact very impact in the work, but also it's also as a result as government provided means and resources to engage civil society, but also is because of international organizations that promoted inclusion of civil society and media. Now I will present some of our recent publications from our observatory. So it was a change of slide. Okay. So these are criminality and resilience in the Western Balkan 6. You have all the scores for Western Balkan countries. As you can see, Kosovo with 5.19 has the lowest criminality score among all Western Balkan countries, but at the same time has a lower score of resilience. In fact, it is the second country after Bosnia and Herzegovina which has the lowest with 3.92. As you can see in the graph, North Macedonia has the highest resilience among the Western Balkan countries with 5.21. Serbia is the worst performing country, not only in the Western Balkans, but it's only second after Russia in the continent of Europe. And then we have Montenegro in the 4th place in Europe, and Bosnia and Herzegovina in the first place in Europe. We have recently published our 13th issue of Risk Bulletin, in which we have included 7 stories. There is also an article about the arrest of border police in Kosovo and the work of police inspectorate. Here we analyze the 2 operations that were conducted by police inspectorate in the first half of this year, but also we analyze the work of police inspectorate from 2017 to 2022, and you can find this bulletin in our website. A recent publication is also on ports report, which Ruggero will present later on. And the case studies include 9 of the region's commercial ports of Albania, Durrës, Bulgaria, Croatia, Greece, Montenegro, Romania, and Slovenia. But we also analyzed the smuggling in the Danube River. We have identified that there is also a Balkan Sea route that brings drugs to Southeastern Europe through the main trade ports. Cocaine that comes from Latin America, and heroin via Turkey and the Middle East. But we also have identified that other goods are smuggled in these routes, which include weapons, rubbish, counterfeit goods, and cigarettes. Another recent report is on dangerous games, which analyze football hooliganism, politics, and organized crime in the Western Balkans. And here we show the level of links between hooligan groups, politics, violence, and crime. As you can see for Kosovo, there is a medium link between hooliganism and violence. There is also medium level between hooliganism and politics, and there is a low link between hooliganism and crime. The worst performing countries are Serbia and Bosnia and Herzegovina, while the best performing countries are Albania, Montenegro, Kosovo, and North Macedonia. At the core of our work are activities that we engage civil society organizations, media, and the academia. So our work focuses in this triangle, and we try to build bridge between the triangle and the government. We organize regularly civil society roundtable events in all the capitals in the Western Balkans. Our Resilient Funds have supported 16 projects in 2020 and 14 projects in last year, which were implemented by civil